me again. I'll let you into a secret. Normally, if I am doing recordings a few at a time, I will change my top. I will change my location, just for a bit of variety. But as I've got Mishka on my knee, I thought, no, I'm going to carry on, because if I move, he will be off. So he's enjoying toasting his ears and his nose in front of the fire. So I want to tell you a story now about, got cat fur on my lipstick. Jolly good. Thank you, Mishka. He's very generous in that way. About my teaching years. Well, one incident in my teaching years. I spent a couple of years teaching in a small independent school. There wasn't much money for resources, that's putting it mildly. But I had a class of 10 children, so if I couldn't get the best out of 10 children, then I wasn't worth my salary. So one of my things, somebody messaged the other day that you don't teach, I can't remember the wording. You don't teach children, no, it's gone. Something about love being an important part of teaching. Anybody to do anything, and I don't just mean teaching a class of children, because actually, having spent many years observing people in the classroom, then I don't think there was a lot of love outpouring from some of those people. But this class was lovely. Just one boy. And they all got on really well. I had a sofa at the back of the classroom, and if any of them had a problem, they could just come and say, "Can I have some sofa time, please?" And at playtime, so long as I wasn't on duty, then the two of us would go down to the sofa. I'd put my kettle on for a drink for me, and there was always squash for them. And it was a good opportunity. And some of the children were boarders, and some of the boarders, their parents were in the military, so they would have concerns. But on one occasion, we had a visitor talking about a children's home. Now, I can't remember which country it was in. Don't think it was either Latvia or Lithuania. Can't remember. I've breathed since then, and it was many years ago. Saying that these children had not a lot. And by not a lot, she meant virtually nothing. They only had 2 cold water taps dripping. No hot showers, nothing, just these 2 taps dripping. And when she left, my class said, please, can we do something to help? So I said, right, okay, what would you like to do? So there were several things suggested. And one of them said, can we make, it was all girls in this home, can we make little toilet bags and put some things in? So I said, that's a great idea. So they said, right, what sort of things? I said, well, have a think. If they've not got lots of water, then that puts some things out. But I said, you can still include something like soap, because they can get water in their hands. And so there was a big discussion about water and a lot of learning about it. So then they started collecting fabric, and they all set to make their bag. And I had lots and lots of lace, so I'd taken that in, and ribbon to thread through, and they set to and they were stitching when I was reading the story. And they finished their bag, and they'd brought in things, and they put the things divided between the bags. And these 10 bags sat there looking really pretty. And I didn't say anything, but they said, "It's not fair." So I said, "What's not fair?" "That we can only send 10. There are 400 girls there. We can't just say, here's 10. So that was it. They set to. The one boy said, "I've made one bag. Can I please not sew any more? Can I be responsible for getting the contents and getting more fabric?" Yeah, everybody agreed that that was fine with them. And so that's what they did. They'd sit and sew at playtime. They'd sit and sew after their lunch. When I was doing the reading when they finished. And long story short, they made 400 bags. And I'd got big thick canes suspended round the classroom, and we hung these bags. And when you walked into the classroom, it smelt absolutely amazing. And I spent every evening finishing off bits of bags where, they'd just sort of stopped sewing and not finished it off. So I did my part as well. But having done that, they said, "Well, can we do something else?" "What do you want to do?" "Blankets." So between them, they messaged out people and got their friends to spread the word, and we collected 400 blankets. I was so proud of that group of children. They never once complained. They would ask if it was a bad day, could they stop in the classroom at playtime? I said, yes, I'll stop here with you, so that they could carry on with their stitching. And every one of those bags was stitched with love. Not one of them said, "I've had enough. I don't want to do any more." They continued. And the young man was brilliant. He was twisting people's arms up their backs. He'd go to shops and ask there as well. So that was helping his development as well. And then when he'd come, they'd all be, "Oh, what have you got? Oh, that's brilliant." And then they were the ones that decided what went into the bags. But we, without saying anything, we said, that the class had made a bag each. Could the lady possibly come back and collect them? So she said yes, that was no problem. So when she walked into the classroom with these bags suspended and a mountain of blankets at the back, she just broke down in tears. So that was it. The class were all absolutely delighted, overwhelmed that their efforts were appreciated. And I was so proud of them. I really was. So on that note, Mishka, no. All right. He's decided he doesn't want me stroking him anymore, so he's making it known by his yowling to stop. I can take a hint. On that note, thank you so much for joining me. Take care. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.